The 5 Smartest Women by Zodiac Sign. Intelligence is not just logic and knowledge. It is an inner force that allows seeing the unseen, making decisions with calmness and sensitivity. Some women are born with this gift, encoded in their zodiac sign. Today, we reveal who these 5 women are. Minds that attract, scare, and delight. Capable of reading between the lines, predicting events, and deeply understanding people. Their strength lies in reason, intuition, and a profound understanding of life. If you want to know if your sign is on this magical list, read carefully until the end. Perhaps one of the brightest minds of the zodiac is hidden within you. The first sign is Capricorn. The Capricorn woman does not show off her intellectual ability. She observes, analyzes, and draws conclusions, all internally, without unnecessary noise. Her mind is a precise instrument, finely tuned. She does not make premature judgments or rash decisions, and never displays her knowledge unless necessary. Her analytical thinking allows her to see hidden processes, calculate risks, and predict events long before others. This woman always takes responsibility, even if no one asks her, because she knows she will handle things better than anyone else. She has no illusions and does not allow herself to be naive. For her, logic is not just a way of thinking, it is the foundation of existence. She doesn't believe in words, she needs facts. Her mind doesn't dive into abstract thoughts. It is practical, applied, and firm when making decisions. That's why she is often among those who manage, build, create, and reform. She behaves with moderation, but applies her knowledge carefully. Every step is logical, every action deliberate. Although it may seem she just reacts to circumstances, this is part of her strategy. The Capricorn woman never overlooks details, remembers them, picks up signals, and on this basis builds a solid foundation. While others debate where to start, her mind is not based on literary quotes or demonstrative reasoning, but on the precision of her formulations, truthful speech, and the ability to make difficult decisions when others give up. She can withstand pressure, maintain calm, and at the same time, see the future. Her intellect is a silent force that rarely needs external validation. She does not seek recognition because she knows her own worth. And this kind of confidence is not showy, but fundamental. The Capricorn woman knows how to plan long-term, identify system weaknesses, find logical errors, and do all this calmly. She isn't impressed by emotional attacks. She focuses on results and acts. Her intellect is strategy, strength, and foresight. Not theory, but intelligence turned into concrete and effective action. The second sign is Sagittarius. The Sagittarius woman thinks quickly, broadly, and unpredictably. Her mind cannot be forced into a fixed frame. She dominates situations, anticipates trends, grasps essence, and makes precise judgments when others are barely beginning to understand the topic. She loves learning new subjects, asking tough questions, seeking the core, and discovering something new. This is not mere curiosity, but a constant intellectual hunger. Her thinking is free, bold, and large-scale. She isn't afraid to admit mistakes because she sees them as growth. She knows true understanding only comes through experience. The Sagittarius woman can handle a wide range of information and quickly find what is most important. She does not drown in details or get stuck in trivialities. Her brain is a navigator that looks for routes, connects, rebuilds, and points the optimal way to the goal. Her intelligence often shows in speech. She formulates her thoughts clearly, vividly, with arguments and examples. She convinces without pressure, argues without losing respect, and always tries to understand rather than win. The Sagittarius woman does not act by patterns. She explores, adapts, and combines. She can see what others miss because her thinking is multifaceted and not limited by usual structures. Her mind is curiosity combined with practicality. She not only cares about knowledge, but applies it. Her intellect is active, lively, aimed at transforming the world around her. The Sagittarius woman will never stop developing because understanding has no limits for her, making her one of the smartest and most thoughtful representatives of the zodiac. She does not tolerate restrictions, destroys dogmas, challenges authorities, and seeks her own path, all accompanied by inner honesty and a search for truth. For her, the mind is not a tool for self-assertion, but a means to interact with the world. She uses it to advance, and that is her strength. Her intellectual style is movement, flexibility, and breadth. She is truly intelligent because she never stops for anything. The third sign is Leo. The Leo woman uses her intellect to control reality. Her mind is connected to a deep understanding of social structure, human behavior, and process management. She is not only intelligent, but also a strategist. She can see multiple levels of what is happening simultaneously: emotions, goals, hidden motives, and acts, so that she ends up in an advantageous position without losing dignity or respect from others. Her analytical skills are strong in situations where results matter. She is not theoretical, but practical. She can recognize benefits, assess risks, predict behaviors, and act without delay. Her mind is a precise mechanism aimed at success. At the same time, she doesn't just solve problems, but creates combinations. Her decisions are rarely direct. More often they are indirect, unconventional, but always effective. She has an excellent memory for events, connections, and agreements. She uses it to establish competent communications, form alliances, and avoid mistakes. The Leo woman doesn't succumb to manipulation because she perceives it immediately. She can manage a group without even expressing her intentions. Her intelligence influences, sets the tone, establishes rules, and does so confidently without coercion. She thinks big. She cares not only about details, but also about the big picture. Her decisions embrace perspective. She knows how to foresee and build long-term strategies. In dialogue, she is quick, precise, and logical. She doesn't get lost in complex issues and knows how to explain them simply. Her intelligence is respected because she always delivers results. The intelligence of the Leo woman is connected to her internal sense of leadership. She uses knowledge to lead, inspire, and convince. Her intelligence is not a tool of superiority, but a way to build solid positions. She doesn't argue just to argue. She gets what she needs. She doesn't delight in knowledge, but does what is useful. Her intelligence is power, and she knows how to handle it. The fourth sign is Aquarius. The Aquarius woman is not only intelligent, but has the ability to go beyond usual thinking. She thinks in future categories and bases herself on analytical connections that seem strange to others until they prove accurate. Her intelligence isn't based on memorizing facts, but on connecting unrelated things into a logical picture. She doesn't act by following instructions, she creates new ones. When talking to her, it feels like she's 3 steps ahead. Not because she's in a hurry, but because her mind is already where others will be tomorrow. Her rationality is a weapon. She doesn't shout or pressure. She disarms with logic, instantly analyzes situations and people, grasps essence and builds a strategy simultaneously. She is not cold as she might seem. She simply doesn't lose her head. Her thinking is not manipulable. She sees essence and doesn't get carried away by emotions. If they try to distract her, she stands out with innovative solutions. She doesn't work by department plans. She looks for paths where no one has looked. Her creativity is not fantasy, but genuine engineering thought with a humanitarian wrapper. She can be analyst and artist, programmer and visionary, marketer and architect at once. Her mind does not recognize limited specialization. She embraces everything at the same time. The Aquarius woman doesn't flaunt her intelligence to show off. She doesn't need titles or praise. She knows the value of her thinking ability and doesn't need recognition. But if her knowledge is questioned, she argues so that opponents have no doubts or illusions. She is reserved, but tough against stupidity, especially when disguised as authority. Her logic doesn't tolerate falsehood, doesn't respect superficial people or pretenders. Her social circle is narrow because few can cross the intellectual barrier she effortlessly maintains. The mind of the Aquarius woman is independent. She doesn't need others' opinions, only studies them to form her own conclusions. She doesn't accept prefab answers. She looks for original sources. Her curiosity is unlimited, and she can study what fascinates her for days. At the same time, she quickly dives into new subjects and can become an expert in any field if she decides it is important. Her intellect never stops. She develops even when everyone else rests. Her brain is in constant motion, making her unreachable for most. Such a woman won't forgive deceit, not out of vengeance, but because her intellect doesn't tolerate irrationality. She won't give a second chance to someone who proved primitive. She evaluates by intelligence, not words. She wants someone capable of thinking, questioning, analyzing, and arguing. In a relationship, she needs an intelligent partner, not for looks or feelings. That's why her personal life is often complicated. She accepts no less. She won't yield if she sees limits. If an Aquarius woman becomes a leader, she does so not by authority, but by ideas. She is valued for her originality, technological thinking, and precise formulations. Her word weighs more than others because she speaks when confident and convinced after analysis. She never acts hastily, even if it seems her impulse faded. It's a long, calculated step. Her intellect is a flawlessly working system, making her one of the smartest women of the zodiac. The fifth sign is Pisces. The Pisces woman is often underestimated because her mind isn't loud but hidden. However, behind this delicate appearance hides a subtle intellectual system based on observation, memory, and multidimensional analysis. She doesn't get carried away by words, but notices details no one else sees. Her mind isn't a mathematical scheme, but a structure of associations, emotions, logic, and depth. She can read between lines, recognize true motives, and instantly assess situations. Her thinking isn't linear, but a network where each point connects to 100 others. She doesn't argue to win. She listens to understand. And that is her strength. Her intellect isn't showy, but precise. She knows how to conduct dialogue without disturbing balance while subtly guiding the interlocutor to the right idea. She doesn't pressure with logic, but uses it as a base. She can be lyrical, but at the same time, logically coherent. Her decisions are rarely impulsive. Though she seems dreamy outside, it's just a facade. Her analysis is more subtle and deep than those who consider themselves strategists. Her memory is phenomenal. She can recall any nuance of a conversation from a year ago, tone of voice, facial expression, circumstances. She perceives not only facts but also context, making her unmatched in understanding people. She can set aside others' emotions and build her own predictions from there. Her intuition is the result of the subtlest analysis, not present, but calculated. Her algorithms are invisible from the outside. Her mind works in shadows, nuances, and context. Where others look straight, she sees essence. A Pisces woman can read literature, delve into philosophy, compare eras, understand subtle structures. She can easily build complex logical constructions. Her intelligence manifests not in eloquent words, but in the subtlety of her judgments. She never says, "I'm intelligent." She doesn't need to. Her intelligence requires no recognition. It simply is, evident in every glance, every comment. She can be gentle, but extremely rational at the right moment. This combination confuses many. They think they can outsmart her, but fail. She can analyze feelings, not only her own, but also others, which gives her a great advantage in negotiations, conflicts, and decision-making. She senses where lies, manipulation, and essence are. She won't enter open conflict, but will make a decision that resolves everything without words. Her intellect is an instrument of silence. It makes no noise, gives no proof, is not aggressive. But behind her silence are arguments. Behind her gaze are conclusions. She knows emotions are not weakness but information, and uses them as a strategist. The Pisces woman is one of the smartest precisely because her mind is invisible, yet comprehensive. She needs no stage. She acts with great depth. She can be a teacher, psychologist, writer, analyst, and prove her worth everywhere. Her mind is structured, but not cruel. Her conclusions are precise, but not offensive. She knows how to present truth delicately without losing her essence. This is a rare quality, and it is what makes the Pisces woman truly unique in her intellect.